Okay, Gemini. This is going to be a general reading for you guys for, excuse me, for this upcoming week. All right, so I'm going to start off and use my Chinese fortune cookie oracle here. Okay. All right, for Gemini. Assert yourself. Go for what you want. The time is ripe for soulmate connections. Birth of a child also likely. Okay. Alrighty. And I am using my Chinese deck this week. Alright, so for Gemini, for this upcoming week, or next week, which is the upcoming week. Alright, Gemini. Cannot stand it if the cards are not straight. Goodness. I still don't look straight. But I'm looking at the camera over here too, glancing at it, and it looks a little bit different. The writing is so small on these cards. It's ridiculous. Like you can see on the camera, the writing's. Anyways. Okay. So there are earth signs, fire, water, and air. The signs that stand out here, Aries and Capricorn. Excuse me, wait a minute. I need to look at this card up close because on this deck there's a couple cards that remind me of each other. Okay, so this is not Capricorn. That is Scorpio. So Scorpio and Aries stand out. Okay. I'm just going to take a look at the cards here for a second. Okay, you have 2 2s and 2 7s. Excuse me, 2 6s and 2 2s. So the number 2 is about partnerships, harmony, and balance. And 6 is hearts and healing and cooperation. Okay, so you start off here with Death card. So that is endings that lead to new beginnings. It's usually like renewal, and change, and transformation, and clearing out of the old, and letting go of what no longer is serving you. It can be a swift change in life. And it also says take nothing for granted. Next up here you have the 2 of Pentacles. And by the way, this can be some of you making a decision. You might be trying to make a hard decision whether to stay or leave something. And okay, next up is the 2 of Pentacles. So this is about might be juggling resources. So maybe you're working too hard or multiple jobs, but it does call for some balance and also a little bit of fun in life. So it says, try to find some balance, have a little bit of fun, and do watch for opportunities in unlikely places. Next up, you have the Six of Wands here. And this is a card of victory. So it's being recognized by others for your hard work. And some of you might be getting a promotion. But yeah, it's great news. Next up here is the Six of Cups. Now, for some of you, this can be a blast from the past. It can be a love relationship or a friendship. But, sorry if that's, I hope that's not coming through. My phone is going off a little bit. Okay. So, again, for some it will be a blast from the past, somebody from the past, whether it's a love relationship or a friendship. And for others of you, this is probably about you thinking a lot about past issues or past things, or maybe old dreams or plans that you had when you were younger. Could also mean, you just want to make your life more simple. Maybe you're thinking about like the good old days when things were more simple. Next up, you have the Two of Swords. So there might be some indecision going on, or maybe there's a choice you need to make on something. It also says, represents that maybe you're overanalyzing something. I don't know if you, like I said, maybe you have two different choices to make or something. But yeah, the card calls for compromise. So you have compromise. I mentioned the need for balance. We have compromise. So this, I'm trying to come through and tell you something with this balance and compromising. Next up here is the Ten of Swords. Excuse me, the Ten of Wands. So that, again, I mentioned over here with the two that you might be working too hard or something, but the 10 here can be about working too hard or too many hours, and maybe you're feeling under pressure or overburdened. But again, this card also is calling for balance. So 3 cards now are basically telling you to find some balance. If you're working that hard or too many hours or spending too much hours on something, this could be work, or this could be something that you're doing at home that you're spending too much time on. I don't know. It can be anything that you're putting a lot of time into. But it can be causing stress, and stress can lead to health issues. So, yeah, just try to find some balance if you can. Next up here is the Emperor. So the Emperor is telling you that it might be time for you to take charge. Maybe it's telling you to step up. This card is about like power and leadership and discipline. And also, he doesn't doubt his authority. The Emperor, he just doesn't doubt himself like that. So maybe it could be also telling you, just don't doubt yourself. Next up, Seven of Cups here. So with this here, this is about the need to move on from something. I don't know if it's an abandonment thing or something that's disappointing, but it shows the need to move on from it. And it can, and for others of you, this can also be or be like maybe seeking meaning in life. So maybe leaving the area that you're in to go and seek meaning, or or travel, which could be the same, I guess, but travel. It does show that you have the strength, though, to take on new things, new challenges. also show that it's a perfect time for you actually to start a new phase in life. Next up here is the Ace of Cups. So this, for half of you, is going to be new and a new emotional experience. It can be love, it can be a deep friendship, it's some type of emotional happiness. And for others of you, it can be a new home. It can also be for some of you that an emotional issue has been resolved. So if you're not looking for any type of new emotional experiences, it could just be that something has been resolved. And I'm going to pull a couple of Lenormand cards here. Okay, so it's going to mean a few different things here. These Lenormand cards. You have time and you have the house here. So, and these cards are usually pretty straight up. This could be, it has to do with time and a house. So it could be that you're spending a lot of time at home or in the house, or you spend a lot of time, where you feel the most comfortable. So it can become saying that you're a type of person, you spend the time where you feel most comfortable. Or it can be, to me, what it means is spending a lot of time at home, literally. It could be telling you that you're either that you are spending a lot of time at home, or it could also be saying that maybe you don't spend enough time at home. All right, you guys. If you like this, if you want to give it a like, that'd be cool. And if you wouldn't mind subscribing, I'd appreciate it. All right, thanks a lot.